Well, we're joined now by Sushant Dash. He's the president of Beverages of India and Middle East, and also of Tata Consumer Products. Thanks very much, Mr. Dash, for being with us. What is your message to those who may be seeing this, the importance of actually contributing, of reaching out and helping seniors? What role do you feel that corporate should have at a time like this?
Thank you first for having me on the show. As you know, in Tata Consumer Products, for our brand Tata Tea, we run a cause-related program called as Jagore, which we have been running for more than 13 years now, where we encourage people to participate and do things for the welfare of the society at large. And we as a brand try to help them in this. During this COVID situation, we actually thought that it is an opportune time for us to participate and to do something for the elderly. And the main reason that we thought of taking up and doing something for the elderly was all the studies that we did, and even in terms of the advisory that WHO had pulled out and health experts, everyone is very clear that one of the more vulnerable groups are the elderly. And it is not just about the vulnerability because of the lower immune system, but it is also about the psychological part of it. It is not just the physical part, but also the mental part. And hence, we thought it is very important that we try and create awareness, that we try and create a bit of awareness amongst the youth primarily, so that they can go out and help the elderly to the extent that they can. And we also as a brand and as a corporate are trying to do all we can for this group of people.
Right. One thing I must say, Sushant Dash, is that we are just absolutely in awe of the Tata Group and the amount that you're doing at this time. I know how much you're doing, the entire group, and including your company as well. And you just keep a very low key about it, and it's just wonderful. It is inspirational. And the fact that you've chosen in your company to focus a little more on the elderly, is there something in your life that you were rewarded, that you gained a lot from your seniors, that have made you emotional about this?
You always are emotional when it comes to your senior, and I think. At least in my case, it's a bit personal. I have my mom, who is quite elderly. She stays alone back home in Orissa. So I think one sees in daily life as to how they need that touch. You need to speak to them. They need more than, and as we keep saying, this is not so much about social distancing, it's physical distancing, but at this time, you need to be as close to the elders as possible. So yes, that is one part, but I think there are large parts of them which also require help in terms of the material benefits, and I think that is where this whole program comes in. That is where the donations comes in. That is where HelpAge comes in terms of also helping people who require medicines, who require food, and that is where we have also tied up with HelpAge to distribute food kits. More than 5,000 food kits we are distributing this month, sending out around 5,000 breakfasts over the last 2 to 3 weeks from our Tata Cha outlets. So we need to look at it from both angles.
Yep. Wonderful. And I know you're not very keen on me saying this, but thank you very much for the donation. We're not mentioning the amount because you didn't want that, but thank you very, very much indeed.
Thank you again. Thank you.